Hi everyone, today is August 2, 2022. It is 10:20 a.m. and 21 degrees Celsius. I'm now walking north on Yonge Street towards the Yorkville area of Toronto. It is a Tuesday today. I hope everyone's having a good start to their week. And I hope everyone's had a good weekend. It's a bit cloudy today. On the warm side still, which is pretty good. There's one Bloor East in the near distance. There's Shenyi seafood and dumplings. And there's a Popeye's chicken. Here's a building that used to be the Scientology building. But it looks like they've closed the building down. There's Kothur Indian cuisine, and there's the CAA Theater. We're now walking past St. Mary Street. This is the Bay Clover Hill area. There's Bulk Mine, which is a imported British chocolate confectionery and grocery store. It's pretty cool. They have retro candy bars and all kinds of candy and chocolates. Yeah, we're now here at Charles Street. Here's a look west on Charles Street. And here's a look to the east on Charles Street. Here's a look north on Yonge Street. And in this building here, they're doing quite a bit of renovations. This here used to be a coffee shop, but they're now renovating it. There's BBQ chicken and non-kebab Afghan street food. Here's Ginger, Vietnamese cuisine. And here they're doing some renovations. Looks like there's something very nice coming in terms of quality. Here's 401 Games. And this is a game store that sells like sports cards, board games, trading cards. Here's the Korean Grill House. There's a Chick-fil-A store. and a pizzaiolo. Here's a pizzaiolo, and there's an H Mart beside it. Home of the original chicken sandwich. I actually haven't had Chick-fil-A yet. I've not tried it yet. Let me know if you guys have and if you liked it. Here's the One Bloor East building. It's got a wavy design on its sides. Even this bottom part has got this wavy shape and design to it. Very cool. What I really like about the One Bloor East is not only that it's such a good location and it's so close to like the important parts of the city, both downtown to the south and uptown to the north, but it's also got a subway station at the bottom connected to it. Here's Nordstrom Rack. And this Nordstrom Rack store is where one can get like Nordstrom type brand names and quality items, but at like on sale prices. So it's not uncommon to find a very good deal on a very high-end piece of clothing or clothing item. And we're now here at Yonge and Bloor. Here's a work of art that is beside the One Bloor East building. It's kind of like two cylindrical towers twisting around each other. And I'll do a 360 at Yonge and Bloor. And all the banging that you hear at the moment is coming from this development here, which is a One Bloor West. And that's going to be a very nice building. There's a look east on Bloor Street and a look west on Bloor Street. They're also doing a lot of developments here at 2 Bloor West. Here's a very interesting work of art, and it's been here for a very long time, and it looks like a clock. Here's its base. It's got a plaque here. I'll get the plaque. I'll zoom in and see if I can get a closer look. I guess if I just zoom out and move closer. I hope this is clear and legible and readable, but it says Full Moon by Wendell Castle for Hammerson Canada Incorporated, December 20th, 1988. So this has been here for over 30 years. And I think that that's very cool to be able to make a work of art like this. And I think a lot of people tend to walk by it without really noticing it. So I also think that's a pretty cool aspect of it, because the way that it's shaped, it's kind of like got this arch design where you can walk right under the arch and right through the artwork itself with literally without noticing that there's an artwork even there. So I think that's pretty cool. There's Jack Astor's. There. Here's Cumberland Terrace. There's a CIBC building. Here's 8 Cumberland. It says iconic Yorkville. And this is the condominium development that they are working on. It looks like it's relatively close to being finished. This is a great location. And you're right across the Toronto Reference Library. It's literally right across the street from it. And here's the Toronto Reference Library. This is my favorite library in the city. I've been to many of the libraries, but this one, just the architecture, the way it's been designed, just how big, how many square foot, the square footage is huge inside. Here's a Mama's Pizza. And we're now here at Yonge Street and Yorkville Avenue. I'm going to cross to the north side of Yorkville Avenue. And we're going to turn west. Here's Yorkville Crepes. They have crepes, salads, espresso, and more. Here's 1 Yorkville Avenue. This is also one of the relatively new condominium building constructions in this area. This is a beautiful building, very unique and contemporary design. There is 11 Yorkville. And they're building these buildings like pretty quickly, which is amazing. It's amazing how fast they can find a piece of land, excavate it, and build it up into a building and have people live there. Amazing. Here's Town Hall Square. It says a city within a park at 25 Yorkville Avenue. Here's a couple plaques here. I have a earlier video with these plaques in it, but I'm going to get these for you guys a bit quickly in this video as well, just so you have access to the information if you want to read it over, take a look at what's there. But this is the Town Hall Square. It's kind of like got these rows of bushes and potters. It's usually very quiet here, and here's some benches where one can take a break, relax. And there's an artwork here. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Let's take a look at it. That's pretty cool. That's a very unique and beautiful design. So we can zoom in, get a closer view. Let me see if I can find a plaque of or something that can tell us more about this artwork, but there does not seem to be a plaque in sight. I'll take us closer and under it so we can take a look at what it looks like when you're looking up from below it. It's pretty cool, kind of abstract. And here's a look at the west side of the town hall square. There's the Toronto Public Library Yorkville location. Here at 22 Yorkville Avenue. Here's a closer look at the plaque. It says Yorkville Branch, Toronto Public Library, 1907. So this library's been here for over 100 years. This is also a nice library when you go inside. It's very cozy. Very relaxing to you sit down and read a book. Here's Toronto Fire Station 312. There's the Four Seasons Hotel in the distance. And here's the work that they're doing at 11 Yorkville. Here's a plaque at the fire station. Let's take a look at it. It says early firefighting in Toronto. There's also another plaque here. And it says the village of Yorkville. Here's the Eastern Sound Studio plaque here. Here's the Four Seasons Hotel and Residences. This is 33 Yorkville that they're working on, called the Pemberton. Looks like they're doing some renovating work perhaps on this piece in front of the Four Seasons Hotel. Here at Bay Street and Yorkville Avenue. There's a look north on Bay Street. We're south on Bay Street. There's Pusatteri's at the corner there. And it looks like they're doing some renovations there on the window. Says better views coming soon. And the building on top of Poussa Terrace is called Minto Yorkville. And I believe that that is a luxury apartment rental building. In other words, it's not a condo that one can purchase. It's more of an upscale apartment that one can rent. And I think the same goes for this building here, which is called the Regency. Here's the Regency. Kind of quiet here in Yorkville at this time. It is 10:40 a.m. and usually I find it picks up around lunchtime. Here's Balenciaga. Here's Christian Louboutin and 99 Yorkville Avenue. There's an art gallery there and Cumberland Private Wealth. Here's Chanel. Chanel actually used to be a hospital called Mount Sinai Hospital. Very interesting history. Here's Stone Island and Versace and Brunello Cucinelli. Here's Brunello Cucinelli. There's the Versace store. Here's Hazelton Avenue. And here are the art galleries on Hazelton. There's Gallery Gevick and Hazelton Fine Galleries. Here's the entrance to Yorkville Village, and there's Scollard Street.
Yeah.
There's Myra Godard Gallery. It says 60 years. Here's a white building. Doesn't really say what it is in there. I think it's maybe it's an art storage or another art gallery. Here at the corner is what looks to be a historic building. Kind of hard to see with all the stuff in front of it. Let's cross the street here. Here's Lid Salon. And there's Sassoon. Here's the Webster. I don't know exactly what that is. It looks like it might be a clothing store. Here's some cool decorations in front of this building. It's got these two pink balls here. And here's a work of art. This is Sokolov Personal Injury Lawyers. And they've been here for many years now in this area. Actually right here. Across the street is where I believe their first office was, and then they expanded and opened up extra space here. Here's Giovanni of Italy, custom tailoring and alterations. There's 105 Scollard Street. Looks like it could be a restaurant or a cafe. This is Sokolov and Associates. This, I believe, was their first office, although the building now says for sale. So maybe they've expanded and they have a different space now. Here's another law office, Lenkinski, Carr and Richard, Family and Estate Law. There's the Dempster Clinic. Looks like a salon. Here's Canadian Fine Arts. There's Jansen Law, Professional Corporation. And here's development going on here. I wonder what that's going to be. Looks very nice. It could, you know what, it could be an extension for Jansen Law right here. Maybe they can open additional storage space or office space and stuff like that. Here's Augie Salon. And Niche. I like the design of this Jansen Law building because it has a garage door. Here's Kess V2 or Kess 7 maybe in Roman numerals, VII. Here's Gila Salon and Spa and Kaja Studio. Here's Rosedale Periodontics. And we're back here at Bay Street. There's the Sightseeing Toronto bus that we just spotted as we look down on Bay Street. I was looking at their tour packages, and apparently, like, the main package that they have includes a bus ride that starts at Yonge and Dundas, at Dundas Square. It takes you around the city to all the different places to sightsee at, and then it takes you down to Harbourfront, where there's a boat that then takes you around the islands area and shows you around and brings you back to the Harbourfront, where you then board the sightseeing tour bus again, and that brings you back to your original starting location at Dundas Square. And so what's interesting about that is that I was able to find on their website that, like, you can order a just the bus tour alone. So I think that their main package that includes the bus and the water boat tour is around $60. Whereas one can get just the bus tour for, I believe, $25. And there's a tourism booth at the southeast side of Nathan Phillips Square, and they give out, or they were giving out, I think they'll probably still be having them there and giving them out, but they had tickets for a free boat ride. So one can just get the $25 bus package and then use the ticket, the coupon that they can get from the Toronto tourism booth at the southeast corner of Nathan Phillips Square and get the boat ride for free. So if you guys want to try out the sightseeing tour bus, that'll save you guys a lot of money, and you'll get the full experience. And it's starting to get windy. I got to get a new microphone with a windscreen on it for days like this. Here's RC Coffee, open 24/7. This is Canada's first robotic cafe. It's a very interesting concept where you can order your coffee and a machine will make it for you anytime you like. Here's a view at the Izzy Gallery. This gallery's been in Toronto for many years. And I think they even have multiple locations. Here's Minto, Yorkville. It's a very beautiful building on top of Pusateri's. And to me, this is a very amazing location. Here's a Pet Value store. And it looks like they're proposing a notice for a change. There's going to be a 35-story mixed-use building. And so that's quite a large building. It's going to be 35 stories, 357 units. It's going to And I have enough parking for 42 cars and 429 bikes. There's Paramount Fine Foods and a Freshie and a Starbucks. Freshie and Starbucks were both a client of a friend of mine. There's the Bay subway station and the Momo House. Here's Planta. Across the street from Bay Station is Paiko and Hazukido. Here's Josephson Opticians since 1935. This is a pretty cool looking store. It's at the main floor of this building here. And they got very cool LED strips and lighting in there. There's Hakeem Optical, which has opened up that location there at the corner of Bay and Bloor Street relatively recently. Before Hakeem Optical opened their store here, this used to be a David's shoe store, and that was a very popular spot. Here's Alo Yoga, which is a yoga store, I should say spot, that's opening up, and they're currently in the process of building. There's TD Canada Trust. Here's a cool looking building. It kind of does have a brutalism style looking style to it. There's Maison Brooks, and they sell all kinds of jewelry and watches, and they have a wide variety of brand names of stuff, and they've been here for quite a long time now. Here's a patio space with some really cool orange flowers. These are very unique. There's a Tim Hortons that's open 24 hours a day. And there's the Indigo here. Here's a Manulife Center. There's a look north on Bay Street. Here's a condominium, 1166 Bay, and this has been here for many years. We're now passing Charles Street. And here's a Starbucks at the corner. And an Aroma Espresso bar. Both of which have survived the pandemic. The people who started the Aroma Espresso bar are from Montreal. And they're very nice people. I had the chance to meet them. Here's St. Mary Street that we just crossed. And there's a series of townhouses here across the street that were built several years ago. And at the time they were quite expensive. I think they were starting at, gosh, I think at least $1 million each. Though don't quote me on that, but it was pretty high. Here's a look at the view of the tower here. This has a beautiful design to it. Here's Firkin on Bay Street. And here's Bin's kitchen and bath design. And so here they have all kinds of design related stuff. That's suitable for kitchens and baths. And we're now passing Irwin Avenue. This is the Bay Clover Hill area. There's a work of art here in the near distance. There it is. Here's a plaque here. Polo Club, public art dedication. There's another public artwork and a church behind it. Here's the 1088 Bay Street building. There's Clover Hill Park. There's a store called Hair District, which is a hair salon. And a 7-Eleven. This 7-Eleven's been here for a very long time. There's a new pizza store that I have not seen before. Sol Pizza. And their Second Cup coffee. One of my favorite stuff to get at Second Cup coffee is their frozen hot chocolate. I prefer that to something like an iced cappuccino. Here's a Pizza Nova. I prefer the frozen hot chocolate to an iced cappuccino because the iced cap has caffeine. I tend to try to stay away from anything with caffeine in it. Here's a super chicken, your favorite fried chicken. Though I will say that here's a Remax Condos Plus in the Flowers on Bay. Though I will say that if there was such a thing as an iced cappuccino with no caffeine, that would probably be up there amongst my favorite drinks of all time. Here's Shawarma Q, kebabs, burgers, and chicken wings. This used to be a Hero Burger, but they closed down and Shawarma Q opened up. The Hero Burger closed down during the pandemic. There's another Freshie and Tim Hortons. Oh, actually Tim Hortons got this this new drink that I haven't seen before, but that I tried recently called I think it's called a strawberry cream chill. And it's kind of like a strawberry flavored cold drink with the consistency of an iced cappuccino. And it's very tasty. There's a Viva breakfast and lunch. There's a government building there that they've been doing some construction on for quite some time now. I think this is going to be one of those amazing works of building and construction once they finally bring it to completion, because it's been going on for quite some time and they have a lot of resources devoted to renovating this building. And so I think it's going to be probably amazing once they complete the project. And here's a Coffee Island Coffee Roasters. There's a Subway sandwich. They carry one of my favorite drinks, which is I think it's called the Blackberry Bubbly. And apparently Pepsi came out with that. And I was very surprised about it. And so it makes me wonder, how is Coke going to respond to that competitive and strategic move in the marketplace by Pepsi? Is Coca-Cola going to come out with their own version of the bubbly drinks? There's L3 Digital, print and copy. There's a Bing Chinese crepe and Ono Poke Bar. This is 887 Bay Street, and it's got these very cool doors here. Beautiful handles that are twisty. I like this. This looks like a good building. I think they did a really good job with the design of the front here. Here's Dentistry on Bay. And there's Gents Barbershop. I think we saw the owner of Gents Barbershop in one of my previous videos. He was sitting outside and he waved hello. Here's Brioche Dory. And there's another Hakim Optical store here. And this used to be a Starbucks store. Here's a Sleep Country. There's Nando's Chicken in the corner there. I really like Nando's stuff. It's got like a lot of their stuff has their own unique kind of flavor to it, and it makes it very delicious and unique. Looks like they got a lunch special for $12.99, and there's a picture of a chicken sandwich with a side of fries. And here's a running room. Here's the building above it. There's another look at Nando's. Here's the Metropolitan Toronto Police Headquarters. They've got a museum inside there that is free to check out. Though I think sometimes it's closed, sometimes it's open. You have to walk in and ask them if they're open on that particular day. I haven't been to the museum yet, but I plan on checking it out, hopefully this week. I'll see if I could get a mini tour of the museum for you guys. We're now approaching College Street. Here's a look west on College Street. Here's a look east. There's 790 Bay Street, which is a medical office building, and there's all kinds of doctors' offices and specialists in there. And I believe one can find a dermatologist in there. I think they got an endocrinologist in there. They definitely have family doctors in there. Here's 777 Bay Street, which is known as College Park. And they've got the park to the south side, and on the north side of it they have shops and dining. So there's a lot there. There's a pizzaiolo and a Deer Garden signature store, along with a Neo coffee bar. over here in front of 750 Bay Street, there's a unique work of art. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. Across the street here and see if we can get a closer look. So it's these columns here. This group of three groups of, or I should say these three groups of columns here are a unique work of art that I haven't got in any of my previous videos before. And so what I want to do is I'm going to put up an information board with more information about this work of art. It's very cool. It has a very unique presence here. And here's also a big rock that has been cut into many different pieces, and some of the pieces have been further cut in half again to form these kind of like chair-shaped structures where one can have a seat and take a break. And there's another one over here. I've been looking for a plaque for this work of art, but I don't see any anywhere. Here's Silk Road Kebab House. This got a unique sign. It's gold at the top. Here's a Gorudoya Izakaya sushi place. There's a pizza. Let's see if I can zoom or take a pan up and look up. I should say tilt up. There's a White Rabbit specialty coffee store, a Park Lane dental care store, and a Subway sandwiches store. This building here looks like it's called the Liberties. And let me see if I get a look of the whole building here. That's what it looks like. And the building right beside me here is the McMurtry Scott building. And so I think this one's pretty much more like government related offices and stuff like that. And there's a Tim Hortons here at Gerrard Street and Bay Street. It's got a small little sitting space back here. Here's another mural that we've just spotted. This is a mural on a Toronto traffic control box. Shoppers Drug Mart. There's the Chelsea Hotel in the distance. It is a very nice and hot day here in Toronto today. The sun is out shining in full effect. It's not that humid, or it's not, I should say it's not humid at all, as I'm feeling it at the moment. And there's the occasional strong, cool breeze. Which is very nice and refreshing on a day like this. Here's a look east on Elm Street, and that goes right to the Toronto Metropolitan Toronto University, or Toronto Metropolitan University. This is where the bus terminal used to be, but now they've moved everything to Union Station. And so this bus terminal is lying here pretty much unused and vacant. So I really wonder what they're going to do with it. Are they going to build, maybe turn it into a condominium development? And we're going to cross here. And I'm going to end this one here at Dundas Street and Bay Street. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. For more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.